You ready? Ready?
Hi guys, and welcome to episode 10 of Let's Build Ancora Deep. Last episode we built the gatehouse here. I haven't added any detail except for these hanging lanterns. I just took the small chain and put it there and then put the hanging lantern there. And that's just to give it some light in here because it was very dark. I added a little bit of a path leading up into the gatehouse. It leads to nowhere. That just goes out that way. Uh, you know, kind of towards the little mock-up of our wall design. So anyway, started with the little path. It's the same path as what we discussed in the previous video, and I kind of brought it around and connected it into here. And I removed some of the trees, of course, but then I branched it off this way and brought it up here, up this hill, kind of wraps around the back side of this hill, and then comes up this way, and then it kind of ends right here. And this is where I was talking about putting like a little lookout tower or guard tower right through here. So it's just a way for the people to get to this little lookout position. Um, so what we're going to do today is build a little farm patch right here. And the reason I wanted to build a farm patch was to show you guys how I did the farm fields over here, how I made them look this way, and also I wanted to show you guys how I did this wall that goes around the farm patch. So it's a couple things that I did off camera that I didn't show you guys that I just kind of wanted to show you real quick. So without further ado, let's get started. First thing, let's get our wool. So our standard magenta wool. And let's get our brush. And let's get our little stick tool. Over that flyover, I noticed that this kind of needed to be a little bit smoother. It was kind of too much of a right turn. That should be better. Let's see if I still have this mast. Let's see. Yeah, this should be good. So I'm just gonna pop that down real quick. How can we make that look a little bit better? To me, it just seems a little, I don't know. Maybe that's fine. Maybe I'm overthinking it. Yeah, I guess that's alright right there. Okay, so what we're gonna do is from here along this path to about right here, and then all this area right here is gonna be the farm patch. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna do the wall. And I think for the wall, do we want to put it through here? Yeah, we could put it through here. So we're gonna go here, we're gonna knock that out, and I'm just gonna kind of follow the contours of the land, and then so I don't want that to be like a right angle like that, so I just kind of sloped it around, and then we can do it like so. And we can just kind of follow this path, use it as a guide, so that we can keep our like organic shapes looking pretty good. That way the path doesn't look so straight. Come on, there we go. Actually, come on. There we are. Just like that. And let's get the weather clear again so it's easier for you guys to see. Let's see. Now we're just gonna go, and these little underneath parts, we're gonna replace the grass, you know, kind of bring the wall down a little bit so it looks a little better. And when you do this, where you're like trying to make sure, like, so like here, it looks like, okay, we don't have to place any blocks underneath it because it's flush with the ground. But if you look on the other side, that's not true. You got these little areas here. And so you got to look on both sides of the wall and make sure that you've got it all. You can't just look on one side. And I'm just going to knock this tree back a little bit just to get it out of our way. I'll clear it out completely at some point, but right now I'm just kind of moving it over temporarily. Alright, that's good enough. So let's take a look at this wall. Make sure it doesn't look too straight in areas. Okay, I think that looks alright. And what we can do is this really straight part, we can just knock out that right there, and we can make that the entrance into it, so you can actually get in and harvest your, you know, crop. And then right here, yeah, that's fine. I was gonna fill that in with dirt, but it'll be all right. So now what we want to do is, well, I do want to get rid of that, which means that needs to go there. What are our materials? Well, I don't remember off the top of my head, but I think it's dolomite and light mortar slate. Is it dolomite? Yeah, it is dolomite. Alright. So that's the materials our wall is going to be made out of. So, dolomite, light mortar slate. And they are those block IDs. So we'll do BR sphere of 1:5 and 234:14, and we'll do that at a radius of 3, and we are going to mask 35:2, or the magenta wool. Just knock those off real quick, and we'll just tag it like this. Just go along. Oh, see, gotta pay attention. We'll fill those in, those holes right there. So I think that's everything. So we'll just grab like that and that. There we go. It looks better. Knock that down. Alright, now that's the basis of our wall. The next step is, let's clear this out. We want the vertical slab, trapdoor, normal slab. Let's just get rid of that. Come on. There we are. So I said vertical slab, the normal slab, and the trapdoor. So this is what we're using. So the first thing we're going to do is we'll go around with one slab and just kind of randomly place them like so. No rhyme or reason. Then we'll take the other color slab and place them like so. And then we can take the one trapdoor and very sparingly place them. So like here would be a good place. The reason I say here would be a good place is because that's pretty even with that grass block. So if you place it right there, that makes the wall slightly above it, and it looks a little better like that in my opinion. I like that there, that there. Then we'll take the other one. Alright. Now we'll take this vertical slab and just place it, you know, just in. It's good to get them like in these little turns and nooks and stuff like that. And I don't like that there. It's a good place for it right there. And maybe right there. And now we'll take the other one. Place it. That's a good one right there. Yeah, we'll put it right. No, we'll put it right there. Right there. There's already one right there. So come on. That's a good place to put it. Just like that. So, you know, it's not perfect. It's just kind of random and, you know, it looks okay. I don't like that one there. You know, I think, you know, just kind of doing it like that makes it look pretty varied, and I like it. You know, it's different. Yeah, I like it. I'm just checking and seeing if, like, you know, making sure that sorry, I was thinking. I'm just going through and finding areas that may need some filling in like that right there. I didn't mean to delete that one block. So now I'm just clearing off the path so you can see it a little bit better. Oh, didn't mean to do that. There we go. Alright, so now here is the grueling part. We have to go through, delete all of these little grass blocks. And we're not going to get all of them because they kind of blend in well with the 3D model grass in this Conquest Reforged mod. Which, you know, it's a good thing once you get down to detailing, but it makes it a real pain to clear it out. See, like that, I could barely see that. The hitbox showed up, so I knew it was there. See, like that one, you could barely see it, and that one. You can see the flowers alright. It's the normal grass that makes it hard. And no, you can't just take water and then put water down and let it, and it'll break the grass blocks, because these guys here, These guys, they will not break because they are a custom object layer in World Painter, and they're treated as any, normal block. Like they're treated the same as wood. This wood block is not gonna break because water hits it. I wish it worked like that. It's the typical trick that you would use to clear out the grass blocks, but it just doesn't work that way with this custom object layer. And it may not have anything to do with World Painter. It may have everything to do with, these are just like these guys are just 3D models, and the 3D models don't have the same mechanics as the grass blocks. I am clearing out the grass because I am going to go through and replace all of the blocks underneath it with our farm patch or farmland material, and then after that we're going to put down some sort of crop. I'm thinking making this particular one wheat. I will be making more farmland for like potatoes and whatever other crops we have available to us. I would like to get a good variety of crops going in Ancora Deep. There'll probably not be much there. Alright. So, what is grass? I can't remember. BR sphere 35:2, radius of 2. I can't remember what grass is. Is it 20? Mask 2:0 whoosh. I don't want to go too close to that wall because I don't want to make grass on the other side of it. Wool. Let's make sure I haven't done that already. No, I don't think I have. That's good. Guess what? It's raining again. Y'all are probably tired of hearing me complain about that. It's just really annoying. Oh, I hope this isn't too boring for you guys. I just thought y'all would like to see how I did those farm patches, since I did do them off camera and I didn't really go over how I did them. I just told you what materials I made them out of. But seeing how I'm doing it, maybe it'll help you guys come up with your own style of how to do it. That's really how I learn, how to build, things, is watching people like Lord Dacker or Stepicraft build their way, and then I took the parts that they did that I liked and copied them and then developed my own style from there. And I think that's a good way to learn. You'll definitely enjoy the game more once you get, confident in your building style. Because when I first started, doing, creative building, I wasn't very confident, and I always second guessed my designs, and it would take me forever to do anything, and I just always wanted to change it. And then I finally got confident, and so now it's a lot quicker for me to build stuff. I enjoy it more, So it's just like anything. It's going to require practice, and you know, once you get enough practice in, you get decent at it. So what I'm going to do now is grab our farmland materials. So we got muddy dirt, farmland, thick mud. Is that muddy dirt? Yes, it is. And then diagonally plowed farmland. And let me just, no, I don't need that because I'm not trying to blend it in. All right, let me go back over here. So we got 1, 2, 3, whoops, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So be our sphere. One three eight seven colon 1, 1388 colon 4, 1388 colon 5, and the last one 1374 colon 7, radius of 3. We are going to mask the magenta wool, which is 35 colon 2, and then we'll just do it like so. I think this is a good mix for the farmland. It's got some, you know, you can see it's been plowed, but you know, some of it's kind of muddy and it's not, you know, perfect. It just gives it a good variation, a little bit different look. Because I could go and put down like these straight rows the whole way and it looked the same everywhere, which some people may like that, and there's nothing wrong with that. If that's what you like and you think that looks better, go for it. I'm not going to criticize you. I think it would look good. It's just I would prefer my style to have a little bit more variation like this, and that's all it is. It's personal preference. There's nothing good or bad about one way to do it, you know. If you like it and you have fun doing it, then do it. Alright, so for the wheat field, we've already got kind of a mix to go with. So we get the small wheat, the mature wheat, and the wheat. Is that all we got? I think so. Excuse me. Alrighty then. So, what I like to do to help me more naturally vary it is I pick a direction, usually 45 degrees. So this farmland runs this way. It's more long. The primary axis, so to speak, is in this direction. So 45 degrees would be across like this. And so I'll start my rows going at a 45-degree angle to the primary axis of this farmland. And so I'll take, you know, we'll just start with small wheat. You know, it doesn't matter which one we start with. And we'll just run it at 45-degree rows. You know, we won't make it too thick at first. You know, and I'm not really, I'm just randomly placing them in what I think is, I don't know, a good spacing. You know, I'm not trying to place them at any particular spot. But you can see that I'm kind of going in the same direction, creating these 45-degree rows. That one may have been a little too close, but that's alright, it ain't gonna hurt none. Alright, now let's go to the next one. This is mature wheat. And so now I'm kind of staggering the rows I made with the other, what is it, small wheat, trying to get in between those rows so that we can fill in those gaps, kind of thicken it up a little bit. Now it doesn't have to be perfect. That's the beauty of it. It's a somewhat random process, and you know they can go wherever you want. All right, now the last one, just normal wheat. So this, you know, can be anything or anywhere. So let's say this way. You don't have to stagger it, you know, you just kind of go along, and if you see a little patch that may be a little bare, just place it. See, I'm not really trying all that hard to get this to look great. You know, it will be whatever it turns out to be. You know, and we can kind of tweak it here and there if we want, or if we're satisfied with it, we're satisfied with it. You know, just kind of cruising along here. You know, not thinking too much about it, making quick decisions with it. See, maybe like I grab one of those and maybe another one right there. And so there you go. It's a full farm patch. You know, there's a wheat farm. You know, I think it filled out pretty good. You know, you can see with the 45-degree angles that you get good spacing between the various types of blocks. Like you can see the normal wheat the easiest because it's more green. So if you look, you know, you get pretty good little spacing between all the green blocks. And the same thing can be said for the mature wheat. You know, there's pretty good spacing. It looks pretty random. You know, I think it's a good technique. You know, it makes it easier for you to get a good random mix of your crops like that. And so, you know, it's a simple technique. It's not hard to learn. It's not hard to do. And I think anybody can do it, and you can take advantage of that. So, it's a pretty short video, but I think that's what we'll call it. So I hope you guys enjoyed us making this little farm patch, this little wheat field. I hope you enjoyed how we made the wall, and I hope you enjoyed everything about it. So just let me know what you think about the techniques, and if you want to see more of that, or if you want me to do more of that off camera, now that you know how to do it, just let me know. Thank you guys for watching, and please like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you guys on the next one. Later.